My sap comes from my farm. My syrup it comes from my farm. Morning all. Saturday morning, boil number 2. So we're doing our second boil. It is about 7:30 in the morning. I got up shortly after 4 this morning and got everything set up, and I had a hard boil by 5. So we're just over 2 hours of boiling. Ran the RO yesterday and had near 70 gallons by the time we got done collecting, and I'm pretty sure I got another 10 gallons on the trees right now. Had a little bit of drip last night, so we are going to probably be finishing 7 to 8 quarts. So take a look at what we have here. Probably going to break this into two short clips. One is going to be talking about the evaporator, and I've got 2 helpers this morning. You know, they'll wake up early for evaporating. One, I want to talk about my evaporator real quick, and the second one is I'm going to talk a little bit about how we filter our syrup. We don't have a filter press. We do have a cone filter. The cone filter, honestly, it doesn't make it as clean as we'd like. So we take an additional step, and I want to show you that. You'll see that on the next short clip. So let's take a look at the evaporator. So this is my version of the barrel evaporator. And what kind of give you a clue of what's happening here. This right across here was one barrel that got welded to a section of another barrel. This flat pan thing's camera's doing a little bit of focusing on my finger instead of the evaporator. But you can see that flat pan there was built, and then the barrels were welded together to fit that, if you will. Pretty standard Vogelzang barrel stove door. I thought that cast iron door would be better than just a section of the steel front. You can see the legs are still underneath there, and then stovepipe exit is there. What we built also was this small rack, and then I have a full steam pan, and you could see on my warming pan I've got a small valve here that loops around, and then you can see it goes through the steam and it'll dribble in on the other side of the pan. That's essential, even if you have a small barrel stove and you're running just full-size steam pans, to build a way that it can dribble in, so you're not dumping the sap in all at one time. It would just kill the boil really fast. And so even if you had a small barrel dripping in, or I've seen I got an old book, Backyard Sugaring, where they just took a coffee can and put a small hole in the bottom of it so it went in slowly. It's key. It's gonna make that a continuous process. Continuing on, this here is my draw-off rack, and what that rack allows me to do is to grab a hold of those handles and pull it off when it gets up to temperature. I added the valve a couple years after. Basically, I was trying to pick up this flat pan and manhandle it, and I'm unable to do that anymore. And so we added the small valve. We could pull it off. I'll set up my filter right in this area here, and that seems to work out good. You can see that that's a pretty standard boil here in my pan. We have to skim it pretty often, but that's pretty standard boil, and we're getting near the end. Squirrel fan, I just bent up a little bit of a trim aluminum here. It's not pretty, but it allows me to shoot the air in and create that hotter fire. And then I turn the damper down on the back side, and that allows that heat to stay in and under the pan. So absolutely not super exciting. Some people say, really, you do that for hours? You wake up early? Absolutely. My sap comes from my farm. My syrup comes from my farm. And so this is the way I can operate this without the fan. But the fan, really, it increases efficiency but probably about 30%. And so that's worthwhile. And so that's pretty much it for this little vlog. We got a birthday party to go to later today. We'll probably do some raking, get the gravel back into the driveway, and that's it. Thanks for coming by, seeing our syrup operation. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to. We're just going to kind of document this year's syrup season. And maybe it's more for us than anybody else, but we're more than excited to share it with you guys. So have a good day. Bye.